morning, cold, bleak, sullen, angry. I just got word on the gruesome George trial. Gruesome was a madman who killed an entire symphony orchestra just because they refused to complete the unfinished symphony. I solved the case after the police asked for my help. The judge threw the book at George. 30 days in the electric chair. I was about to close my files on the case when she wriggled into my office. She was a beauty. She had a shape that would make a lunatic turn to reason. Somebody had poured her into those clothes and forgot to stop. Her high heels beat a velvet tattoo on a sock collar up. Her lips looked like a landing field for eager kisses. Her hair was spun bronze, swept back like a stack of golden Kansas sweet. Her voice oozed into the room like marshmallow syrup, caressing my ears and making me think of good times past.
My name's Helga.
That's what they all say. I've heard that song before. What's your game, sister?
Are you the one who sent mean Manny McGrew to prison?
Why not? Killing a plumber out of season isn't exactly fun and games time.
But Manny didn't mean it. He's innocent. He was cleaning his bow and arrow, and it went off accidentally.
14 times?
He must have get him out of prison. I'm alone, lonely, grief-stricken.
I had to give this chick the old heave-ho. Her tears were staining my desk blotter. Beat it, lady. Manny is a no-good clown.
You'll pay for this, Holmes.
I noticed she was wearing a pastel blouse with a sweetheart neckline and puff sleeves, tapering gently down to a .38 caliber she held in her hand.
I'm gonna ventilate you, gumshoe.
Put down the gun, Helga.
Stand back.
You won't shoot. You can't shoot. You're a fine, cultured woman of breeding. You have the aura of gentility, the zest for love and life. You're not homicidal. Give me the gun.
You're wonderful.
That's as you pass it, baby.
No, never. Hey, look, Sherwood Holmes is a nice guy, but sometimes he spends a little too much time in Dream City. I mean, he's a private eye just like his grandfather, Sherlock Holmes. You may have heard of him. But for the most part, his heart really isn't in it. I'll let you in on something. The big reason he's a private eye is that it was stipulated in old Sherlock's will that all his descendants must stay in the field and fight against crime if they were to continue receiving a sizable trust fund. Young Sherwood is the last male in the line, so he pulls down a pretty good bundle every year. You see, Sherlock, the master crime fighter of them all, figured his genes and genius would be passed down generation to generation in the continuing battle against Moriarty. Moriarty, the epitome of evil, the heinous high priest of villainy, was synonymous with evil in Sherlock's book. And so, Sherwood Holmes is a private eye, though you might say he's a reluctant hawkshot. I must say, he does get involved when the family tradition is on the line. He's handled some pretty rough cases. He possesses keen insight, great academic knowledge, and amazing powers of deduction at times. The hard part is getting him excited enough to take on a case. Frankly, for the most part, I must say he's more of a social lion, gandabout and well-known figure in certain snobbish circles. Oh, my name's Watson, Dr. Watson. Ah, some of you remember the name, and you're right. I'm the grandson of Sherlock Holmes' trusted friend, the Dr. Watson. I'm a doctor too, but I've taken a year-long sabbatical to do my thesis on forensic medicine and criminology. I've been working with private investigator Sherwood Holmes for 6 months now, and find it fascinating. I guess you could say history is repeating itself. A Holmes and a Watson joined together in the never-ending fight against crime. And who knows, somewhere out there in the festering, broiling underworld, there may be another descendant, eager and ready to perpetuate dastardly deeds. A descendant of the original monarch of Menace, the infamous, vile, notorious criminal, Moriarty.
Watson, would you please come in? I'd like your valued opinion on these letters I must dictate. Dear inmate inmate number 3747462. In answer to your query, no. There's no truth to the rumor that Sing Sing Prison will become coeducational. Sorry. Sincerely, Sherwood Holmes. To Abner Glesson, have no fear. You may walk the streets in peace again. I have apprehended the man who assaulted you last Friday after the bachelor's party. He is safely out of circulation in the New York home for oddbug muggers. Yours for justice and truth. Dear Mayor, rest assured, I stand behind you 100% in your current hassle with the police. I think it's ridiculous for them to demand to be crimes outside of their neighborhoods. Yours for justice and truth. Watson, do you remember Jonathan Boudary?
The Mad Axeman? The man who killed dozens of innocent insurance salesmen as a protest against the system? The man police helped you put behind bars?
The man police helped me put behind bars. He just escaped from San Quentin.
I didn't read about it.
Warden Woofer called me this morning. He wants me to write an open letter in the newspapers, hoping it would convince Jonathan to return to jail.
A kind word from you would help, sir.
Dear Jonathan, consider this a personal request from you. Put down your axe and return to prison. San Quentin really isn't a bad place. I mean, anytime you take 3,000 murderers, embezzlers, comments, stranglers, rowdies, and yes, Mad Axemen, no offense, you're bound to have a few bad apples. The warden tells me your room is in the same way as you left it, in a shambles. The bed is cut in half, the walls are kicked in, but if a man can't work off some steam in prison, then by heaven, where can he do so? Surely you miss San Quentin's fine food. Remember the evening you ate 7 entire meals, 19 paper napkins, a tin cup, and part of Ed McMartin's right elbow? Well, let me tell you, Lefty McMartin bears no grudge. They all want you back. Why not return to San Quentin? You're home away from home. Your erstwhile adversary, Sherwood Holmes.
Very understanding, compassionate, and enlightening.
I hope they nail that rotten palm to the wall! Now, I'm off to the Tulip Festival in Scarsdale. Be back around 6-ish to talk.
Mr. Holmes?
That is correct.
I'm so glad I caught you. I need your help badly.
Many people do.
My employer is being threatened.
Not unusual these days. What is your name?
Meg Baker.
Say the name again. Slowly.
Meg Baker. And this note?
You are from a small southeastern town in Connecticut.
Why, yes. Stonington.
You have dyed your hair within the past week.
Saturday night.
You shop at the Willoughby's department store.
Yes, I do.
You are nearsighted.
Yes. I wear glasses while driving.
You work as a scullery maid.
At the Creasy Mansion. Why, that's uncanny.
Amazing. How did you deduce that, sir?
Her faintly southeastern twang alludes to her place of origin. The melange of color in her hair roots suggests hair coloration. Her perfume is a private brand, produced in France, and marketed only at the Willoughby's department store. Her imperceptible change of focus when she looked up at me indicates that she is nearsighted, and the watery pools on her hand, along with the soap pad in her purse, suggests that she does kitchen work.
That's unbelievable.
Fantastic, sir.
Elementary, Watson. Elementary.
You're all that they say you are.
Often more.
Then,
I don't recall making a commitment to you, young lady.
but it's important. My employer, Harris Priestley.
Harris Priestley, the Davis Cup and single national Anawardies champion.
You've heard of him?
Naturally.
What's Anawardies?
Anawardies, my dear Watson, is a game requiring utmost skill in forming and completing words under fierce competitive conditions. It is similar to anagrams, crossword puzzles, and Scrabble, only far more complicated, of course. To be in first-class competition, A participant must be a veritable lexicographer, possess etymological expertise, and have attained the status of master philologist. In addition, he must have a vast knowledge of history, art, world affairs, mathematics, and other archaic subjects at his fingertips.
Do you play?
I excel.
Then you'll be interested in helping a fellow Anniversaries champion?
Let me see the note.
It's a threat.
The words death, kill, murder, don't have much longer to live usually constitute a threat.
Mr. Creasley's a fine gentleman. He's been so nice to me.
Anniversaries players often show admirable qualities of tenderness and patience, in direct contrast to the fiery displays put on during match play.
Somebody wants to kill him. Won't you protect him?
I'm so busy. My tulip jamboree this afternoon. And then I judge the map folding contest tomorrow at Dunstan's travel agency. Then the Miss Husky Lady contest. And then
Miss Husky Lady?
wine tasting at Balance's. Then there's the autograph party for my new book, where he's a jolly good
But
fellow.
please, a life is at stake. I told everyone the famous Mr. Holmes would take the case. But if you'll
I
excuse
just
me.
stop.
If I may, this is a fine opportunity to get the name of Holmes in front of the public again. Harris Creasley is a well-known figure. The papers will pick it up. Besides, prevention of a serious crime is another stomp on the face of the evil Moriarty. Your grandfather wouldn't want it that way. And also, you've been out of action for a time, and that trust fund committee...
Ah, yes, you're right. Miss Baker, we will take the case.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Holmes. About the money?
Dr. Watson will bill you. We will be at the Creasley Mansion later today.
Thank you, Mr. Holmes.
Watson, lay out my hats, coats, cane, and... Get them now. Nefarious schemes involving murder, mayhem, threats, or bad language must be thwarted. Come, Watson. A thwarting we will go.
Yes, sir.